It's the NCAA Women's College World Series presented by Capital One. And it's the end of our day one quadruple header. The UCLA Bruins, the most decorated program in the history of college softball, against the Oregon Ducks, trying to take home the prize in their 7th trip. Players in this Ducks lineup. Oregon coming off a sweep of Liberty in the Super Regional. They hosted it as the 16 seed. And a strikeout to begin the game. Well, we talked about that rise ball. Tap back to Terry, who's got 2 quick outs.
Now, it did sound like you could hear in the dugout maybe they have already picked the changeup of Terry. Remember, a lot of
first inning gamesmanship. 3-2. Struck out, but the ball gets away from Ramirez, and McCoy gets to first. And an 0-2 hole here. Sinicki taps one to Terry. A couple of groundouts to her in a scoreless first. Couple of All-American matchups coming up when we return.
With outside pitches, both lefties and righties. Her strikeouts against them came on the outer half.
That ball's punched to center, and Kedri Lushar for the first out. Goes away again. That's beaten into the ground, and no chance for Emma Cox. Hit number 97 for Savannah Pola. Timing violation on Lindsey Grimes, so just saw it's a 3-2 count. And Woolery digs a very low pitch out to shallow center. So that previous foul ball negated because of a timing violation.
I'd take care.
Ball, that's high. And she does for a 4-pitch walk. So 2 Bruins on and 2 out here in the first. 5 walks, only 9 punch-outs for 481 on base percentage. She grounds the ball over to third, and Katie Flannery takes the force there. The lights are on. We move on.
Game 1, and then Oregon handedly took game 2 against Liberty, but that first game was a special one.
Patman gets twisted up by the change from Terry, who has punched out every other hitter to start. Nice to see a beautifully illuminated shot. That's popped up into the lights and into the glove of Megan Grant.
I really like the way that Caitlin Terry,
the all Big Ten freshman first baseman, hangs in there. Great power hitter in the 7 spot. Chases strike 3. Spin him if you got him, KT. That's 4 Ks in 2 innings. And she would try to emulate Derek Jeter. That's a ground ball right to Page. A little bit of a low throw, but she got it there in time. Taylor, you have more on Page. 5th 2-strike count so far for Grind, and she'll get a fly ball in it. Oh, a little collision there. Lushar made the catch with Patman right on her heels.
it's just
The Grind didn't strike out a batter in relief. Game 2 punched out 10 against Liberty. And there's her first. And she fires up her defense, hopping and skipping off the field. Your heart every time. A little squibber to first up the line. Jones is safe with a leadoff infield single, and a little more fire for the folks in gold and green.
and that's the speed that this Oregon ace.
UCLA's not using a challenge. Oregon lays down a bunt with Flannery. Grant lobs to Pola for the sacrifice, 3-4. And Jones advances to second. Kylie Shard over to first. Grant puts the tag on her quickly. Jones is over to third.
And these lefties with speed. Megan Grant is playing so far in up the line at first base.
First. Now Kedri Lushar. The 4th pitch weeks in a row, is hit through first. The All-American Kendry Louchard delivers the first run for the Ducks.
And Louchard is able to sit back on a changeup and barrel this pitch up. It's a change inside. She keeps her feet still, swings away. Doesn't get all of it, but enough of it to drive it past Grant, who we're just talking about with these speed players in the bottom and the top of the order for Oregon. She's playing up the line. She barrels it.
On the ground at third base, Woolery to Grant. Oregon emotion.
35, so the party's just really getting started in some parts. You know, this is when it gets going.
And a line tried to center, caught awkwardly by Louchard. Caitlin Terry, the Bruins pitcher, with a hard line out. The good news is that she can go back to the dugout and join the play. She had to keep her eye on it.
You don't know if the lights are going to go out.
Well, that's one reason. I was going to say she was distracted by the disco ball. Left side, Clemens. With 2 pitches and 2 outs, this may be a very short party.
Moment, what you're seeing, how to get in it.
Polo rips one to deep center field. Louchard will make the catch. The party is canceled. Kendry Louchard, a little more smoothly this time, takes away a potential long ball. White, who went to Texas, ton of players transferred out of Oregon. Ground ball down is short. That's fair from Sinicki, who's thrown out by Woolery. Forget about Oklahoma City.
From Missy Lombardi when she took over.
Ground ball back to the circle. And 2 quick outs for Caitlin Terry. Ground ball to short. Nice low pick. Freshman Kenaya Bragg concludes an 8-pitch inning for Terry.
At the World Series, and to get her team here through that super regional, showing a lot of grit and determination, maybe pitching her best here in OKC.
That ball's ripped to left field. Jordan Woolery begins the heart of the order in the 4th with a
early contact and quick outs.
7-pitch inning, not enough of a party. Grant goes up to get a rise ball from Grine. And she's retired by Flannery and foul ground. Today's her 51st now. An ERA coming in of 2.08. Goes inside. That ball's fair. And Ake knocks it down and takes it to the base. The Women's College World close 4 shutout innings in the game. Ramirez blasts it to left field. Lefty Ramirez with a long home run. Party on, Bruins. They're out of the dugout in a mob as Ramirez slams UCLA into the lead.
So big deal with this swing right here from the catcher, known a lot for her defense, and she has the pop too. Expecting the rise ball, getting her barrel there. She is on time, she is on plane, and it gets out of here a no-doubter off the bat of Ramirez to take back the lead. 2 out scoring for the Bruins, and that face is priceless here in OKC.
And everybody came and delivered to family members. And the Ramirez family can celebrate. I believe that chain around the neck said, "I'm her." Lefty Ramirez is, in fact.
So many instances of that in the postseason.
Okay, grounds out to second.
And through this year, you know, all throughout, that there's somebody, a great player, and even Jordy Ball comes to mind, tore ACL last year. Ooh, that did not go how I wanted it to, but you see where she's starting right behind Megan Grant.
And then a chopper short, flag down, with no chance for Bragg. And then Pola has to rush to second, make sure.
Kaylin Jones.
They haven't attempted a steal yet. Jones, a very good base stealer. This ball flied to right by Flannery into foul ground and collected by Liesl Osteen, who does not hit in the batting order with Caitlin Terry as a two-way player, but plays. Elder Lushar Kai has struck out and grounded out. She shows bunt. The throw to second from Ramirez is on the money, and Jones is cut down. What an inning for lefty Ramirez.
Bragg anticipating the steal. Look at where she's positioned. A couple of steps from the bag. Ramirez gives her the perfect throw, the tag to cut down the blazing speed of Jones.
Against the Bruins this year. Before that fourth inning, Sophia Mujica with a skyscraping fly out to center as we begin the fifth. Kevin Brown, Amanda Scarborough up here in the booth. Taylor McGregor on the field. Our outstanding
Game.
2-2 toward the middle. Man, Terry's just barely thrown out by Kaylin Jones. Well, we are left center field. That's down for a hit for Clements. She'll turn first sharply on her way to second. And a two-out double as the ball skips away and Grind backs it up. Jessica Clements. In fact, they have the best slugging percentage with runners in scoring position in the country. .719. Not going to slug anything here. Pola strikes out swinging.
Is pinched in. Pola is pulled over so close to Grant, almost directly behind her.
Strike three. Strike three called. Shift where you want to. Caitlin Terry takes care of it herself.
Sometimes, but she is just so good at rebounding after a tough game and doesn't think too much about it.
Kedri Lushar right back to Terry. She gets the sisters back to back for the second time. The powerful McCoy on 3-2 swings away and strikes out. She has chased two rise balls over her head tonight, and it's another perfect inning for Caitlin. Lindsey Grind's 90th pitch. Slapped over the shortstop, Sinicki. Another base hit to left for Woolery. She loves hitting ball. Schultz taking ball 4. And she'll take one there. Megan Grant has 46 walks to 9 strikeouts. And Seneca's bunt backspins into fair territory.
She's there, she's there.
It landed right in front of the plate, and Cox got it at the last second to throw her. Does not need a hit here to bring in the third run with only one out. And she doesn't get a hit. She doesn't get anything. Big strikeout for Sokolsky. First, when Alina Garcia got hurt, shuffled their whole infield around. They gave Bragg some big responsibility, and she's been great. Thrown through to second, and the pinch runner was caught off the base. And now, Woolery's tagged out at third. Lisa Fernandez wants obstruction. Pinedo, the pinch runner, wandered way too far off second. UCLA, it appears, will not ask about obstruction, and this game will go to the 7th.
I love Emma Cox back behind the plate for Oregon. She has such a good arm. Oregon plays this well to prevent a run. No miscues on defense. They're just down by 1 going to 7th.
In that game, she struck out Jordy Ball 3 times. That's ripped. That is fair. It's inside the bag at third. Sinicki's on her way to second, and she's in there. A double that just traced the chalk. She's going to try to bunt again. She gets it down. It's her 4th sacrifice of the season. And Sinicki, the tying run is just 60 feet away. Going to come through for Oregon in the World Series. On the ground to third, Woolery goes home. Out at the plate. You know Oregon's going to ask for a challenge here. See if there's obstruction. See if Sinicki's foot got in.
Left foot was planted to take this throw. Sinicki went immediately when she saw the ball was down.
The ruling on the field is out at home plate. Oregon is challenging that ruling. This play is under further review.
I think they have a case, but I'd love to hear what Christy has to say.
Christy, what do you think?
It's going to be a very tough call. The pitcher's left foot is set up right on the edge of the area that would be considered obstruction. So this is going to be a tough call for our video review umpires.
And Christy, just a reminder to folks at home, over.
After review, the call on the field has been changed. We have obstruction, runner is safe. That is Oregon's first challenge.
And it's why you push the envelope in base running and send them the extra 60 feet to be aggressive, because you know now with obstruction in our game, aggressive ball on the ground and just try to score her.
Little looper. Caught at second by Pola. Pika and then Terry, starting pitcher. 3 due up in the Bruins 7th. Chop to third, Woolery to first. Low throw handled by Grant. Here's why the game is. One hit sharply to short. The Gold Glover Sinicki makes it look easy. One to the freshman Mujica. 8 home runs on the year, and she grounds this one into center. The winning run is aboard with 1 out for UCLA. Since 2000 in the
Is of course one I wrote down. It's this "we will win" mentality.
Sky high pop from Terry. Foul ground. Caught by Flannery and out number 2. A couple of years ago, and here they are on the biggest stage in softball. In the air to center. That's hit well by Clemens. It's gone! It's the day of the walk-off. Ella Parker to dead center for OU. Jessica Clemens right down the middle. UCLA wins it after midnight. In this lineup, packed to the gills with All-Americans and highly touted freshmen, it's a young woman who had never played an NCAA tournament game until this year, who delivers what may now be the biggest hit of UCLA's postseason. Just a week after Jordan Woolery walked off South Carolina, Jessica Clemens puts UCLA into the winner's bracket and a date with Texas Tech on Saturday night. Pure, uncut emotion for a senior from Cal Poly, her first year at UCLA. Jessica Clemens, our Capital One rewarding performance.
What a moment. You could see it when she saw the ball go over the fence. She still couldn't believe it with her own eyes that this is what she did on this field for her team, with that "we will win" mentality that runs all throughout UCLA's roster, their dugout, their alumni. It's a huge part of their program, and that face looking at her teammates in disbelief that she just did that on the biggest stage in college softball for her team. They had the last word. and UCLA did it. Another walk-off for UCLA in the postseason. And Jessica Clements, you are an absolute star in your first World Series game.
On one opening round of the World Series, two-out walk-off home runs to center field. Jessica Clements, this morning's hero, is with Taylor.
Yeah, Kevin, and we're having a party down here, if you can tell.